biggest challenge in any club, in any team, is making sure you create the right culture, you create the right spirit, you have the right values. The reality at this football club, the talent levels that I've seen in the last 2 days of training, the ability of the players is world class. I've got a fantastic group to work with, which I'm very excited about. But winning teams are consistent when they have a good spirit, when they have a good energy, when they fight for each other, when they put pride in the shirt. And I think that's my job now. I think the previous coach Enzo's done a fantastic job with these players tactically. They're a very good team already. Now it's my job to try and take it to the next level, and me and my staff are going to work really hard with that.
And clearly this job works within a structure that's quite different maybe from other clubs. How helpful is it for you to have had that understanding of it, to know where those boundaries are, to know where you can push and where you can't push, and when you have to say yes and when you have to say no, I guess? I
think that's the same at every football club. Every football club's unique in the way that it works. I have to say, my time at Strasbourg was the best 18 months of my professional career, of my life. The experiences that I had, what I learned, the people I met, and the people I work with here. I can say the guys I've worked with here, in terms of the overall project, have been nothing but supportive to me, have given me confidence, have allowed me to make mistakes, have allowed me to learn. There's always going to be speculation about how these things work. I've enjoyed every moment, and I intend to fully enjoy this next step in my career with them, and hopefully bring everyone at the club success.
Clearly there's been quite a high turnover of coaches in this club. I wonder, before you said yes, which I'm sure was almost immediate, if you picked up the phone and you got some advice from anybody in particular who you went to?
I think the turnover of managers now, regardless of club, is huge. The pressure is there from day one. I'm aware of that. If I wasn't willing to take on that pressure or that privilege, I think the bigger club you're at, the higher the pressure, but the higher the privilege. I have to take that into account. So for me, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I can't wait for tomorrow night. I couldn't wait to get here when we agreed the deal and meet the players and meet the staff who have been nothing but supportive, made me feel at home. It comes with the territory. If you're scared or if you're fearful, then there's no point being a coach. I've worked so hard pretty much my whole life for this opportunity, so now I'm just going to enjoy it, which is important. I'm going to work 24 hours a day. I'm intense when I'm with the players, and I'm going to push them as hard as I possibly can to be successful.
And just finally for me then, what did you learn from watching from the stands, apart from the fact that you might need to just curb some of those red cards? And maybe the yellow ones that followed. Yeah,
I think what I learned the most, I thought Callum, who now I'm delighted has joined our coaching staff, he's done an incredible job in terms of the performance. Obviously, it's very disappointing to lose any game. What I loved was the fact 70 minutes the lads played with 10 men, played with real energy, played with passion, created chances. At times it looked like we still had 11 men on the pitch. They were really, really positive signs for me. Obviously, the result is not what we want. But there's a lot of really, really good building blocks that Callum's put in. After the lads, rightfully so, were disappointed to lose their previous coach, which I would expect every group of decent people would be upset when their coach leaves the football club.
Thanks, Gail. John?
Hi, Liam. Is discipline one of the problems you have to address quite early on? Because obviously 7 red cards this season, and maybe more so the 3 yellow cards that were picked up, straight after the red card. Is that something you need to speak to the players about?
It's one of the few things that, yeah, for sure we can improve on. I know how we do that. I've spoken to the players in a different way about managing setbacks, because in life you get setbacks, not just in football. What we have, they show passion, they show emotion for the shirt, which is a really positive thing. It's making sure that in key moments we react positively to a setback, we stay calm. But I think those mistakes, if you want to call it, come from passion. The lads want to win. So I don't want to take that out of them at the same time. So there's a fine balance between going overboard. To win, you can't be nice all the time. You have to have an edge, and I don't want to take that away from the lads.
You've spoken about how good this group is, and you've walked into a great situation. But how surprised are you that this group of players has won 1 game from the last 9 in the league? I mean, that's an incredible run.
It's a tough run. It's a tough league. And we're not the only club that's going to go through a difficult period of the season. Every club does. Top teams, of which we are, top clubs go through different spells and different periods in the season. Hopefully, I can add my own ideas, my own stamp, my own voice. Sometimes a different voice helps. But the players haven't been far away. Manchester City was an outstanding performance. Second half, could have gone on to win the game. Against Fulham, we were down to 10 men for 70 minutes. We're in the game in a really, really difficult place to go. We're not far away, and that's really, really important for the players to know.
You touched on it a moment ago, but in this job, actually, probably in any big football job, can you actually be your own man with influences, you know, the medical team, people above? I mean, how difficult a balancing act is it?
I don't think it's possible to ever be in this job and not be your own